Hey guys, just wanted to do an update here. We cranked the controller the other night as we were trying to turn this thing into a freezer. So I think it is possible. I'm gonna update on that after this, but basically I've reset the controller to run as a cooler. Might have some deer coming in. We had it down to minus 14 right there, Celsius. We need to get down to minus 18, if not colder. So 0 degree Fahrenheit is where we want to get, or below that. And I think it is completely possible. I'm going to do some work on this, but this thing runs steady. People said you couldn't run a cooler off one inkbird, and I guarantee you can. I've been doing it since September of 2021. Ran 30 plus animals through here, nasty, wet. You know, when you get that humidity built up, it gets to a stall and it'll freeze your evaporator. But if you run it this way, you're not going to run into that situation. You want to run the inkbird probe right in the evaporator core, because once that core gets to minus 1 degree Celsius, it shuts the compressor down this way, and you don't get into that. It'll just put it into a delay cycle. I run my fan all the time, and I run the compressor via the inkbird. I'll show you how this is done. So we're coming into the cooler. This is a 4x6, so I can hang some pretty half decent amounts of animals in here. So we got power coming in from the outside. We follow it up here. I've eliminated the other inkbird. I've got a single inkbird in here. Oh, my compressor just came on when I walked in. So I have a single inkbird. It runs down here. Comes in here. That's the one power. The other power is the fan right here. It comes down here. So what I've done is I've individualized the fan. I've torn all the electronics. You see, this unit is not even on. There's nothing happening here. I shit canned all that stuff. Excuse my English, but there's nothing happening. I got rid of the board, all that. I hardwired the fan, hardwired the compressor. The compressor is now controlled via the inkbird. It comes down here, it goes into the inkbird in the cooling cycle. The inkbird temperature sensor has to be in the evaporator core, where it is right now. It's set in there. I took a pencil, I spread the core gently, I put it in there. This thing sees minus, I think I got it set for minus half a degree, so we're at, yeah, that's what it's set for. 0.06 of a degree. So it's currently there right now. My room temperature is basically 0. It is cold in here. Like, I can see my breath. It is nasty cold in here. We managed to get the, just by reprogramming 2 nights ago, we managed to get it down to minus 14 in here. We're going to try to turn this thing into a freezer as well, just to see if it can be done. But yeah, I mean, somebody asked me what kind of AC unit I'm using. Well, I'm using a Whirlpool. It's just something I picked up for 50 bucks and jacked it. So basically, by jacking it, I'm eliminating all the guts. I am installing 2 cords. I use the original with the GFI on it that I run on the cooling cycle of the inkbird. And I chopped up an old extension cord that basically I use for my fan. The fan's running right now. The compressor is currently off, and it's cold. This thing has no trouble maintaining below 40 degrees when I got 6 deer and a side of beef hanging in here. That's about the max I could put in here, but if they're steamy and nasty, it'll keep cold. If the evaporator does freeze due to the moisture, it'll shut down. It'll go through a normal defrost cycle. It'll allow the evaporator to unthaw, which might be 5 minutes, and boom, it's coming back on, and it works great. So just thought I'd bring you up to the heads up on that. It works great. We got a little light system in here as well, you know, just to show you. Yeah, it's frosty in here, and we'll get back to the freezer right quick once we figure out the control on that, the defrost cycle.